Hi, Phil Aston here from Now Spinning Magazine with another album review, and this is an album that I featured just briefly in my weekly playlist. I think it could have been last week or the week before, and it's Rory Gallagher. Rory Gallagher, All Around Man, live in London, and this is absolutely superb. It really, really is. If I say it comes hot on the heels of this one, that's not quite true. It was a year before, wasn't it? The Live in San Diego 1974 vinyl album. I think this is Record Store Day release, and I think it was only available on vinyl. And the sound quality on this is absolutely incredible. Literally there's 2 tracks per side, and on side D on this is just In Your Town. But it's phenomenal. And this is from kind of the later part of Rory's career, recorded in 1990, December, in fact. Christmas, just after Christmas, between Christmas and New Year, and it's a double CD. It's also available as a triple vinyl album. I haven't got that one. I went for the CD. It folds out into a 3-panel set. The music is absolutely fantastic. The booklet has a wonderful essay in it. It's text heavy. There's some wonderful photographs in it as well. It's just wonderful stuff. And I think one of the things that comes across in this, and it did for me, it's quite sad in a way. I mean, Rory Gallagher has been around in my life since I was a young kid. Since Live in Europe 1972 was when I first encountered him, when the kids at school were telling me I need to listen to more grown-up music outside of Sweet and T-Rex and Slade and stuff. But he's always been there. There's so many classic albums. There's so much live stuff that's been released over the years, that the fact that this has appeared now in 2023 is mind-blowing. And I am cynical enough to think that when these things appear or emerge, or there's a new, whatever it is, live album, I start to think, well, if it was any good, somebody would have put this out years ago when they were looking for things in 1980, 1985, 1990, 1995, you know what I mean? Surely they would have found it. But the sound quality on this is absolutely phenomenal. His playing is just off the scale. But the other thing to note, to mention when you think about Rory Gallagher, is that you listen to his soloing, you listen to his unique vocals, his songwriting style, whatever, and you listen to the live stuff and you realise what a fantastic live performer he is. And it's the word performer. Because with this, you can only hear it. You can only hear his brilliance. But if you were there, you would know, and many of you will say this as well, he didn't stand still. So while he's doing this, he's racing around the stage, his hair's flying everywhere, he's doing Chuck Berry duck walks sometimes. He is a very active performer, doesn't miss a note. And remember how hard it is to record this kind of stuff live when you've got a musician running in front of the speaker cabinets and the microphones and stuff. It's just perfect. It just is perfect. And I think you've also got those of you who saw Rory, lucky enough to see Rory, he did these acoustic sections in his set. His sets were like really long. Now we're used to people like Bon Jovi and Bruce Springsteen doing 3-hour sets. Rory Gallagher never wanted to go off. Whenever you saw him, you might have been looking at your watch thinking, would you make it to get to the pub before last orders if you're at the Birmingham Odeon? But you had no chance because Rory would just keep going. Absolutely fantastic player. And this, as I said, is the later part of his career, but he's still firing on all 6 cylinders. Continental Op, Heaven's Gate, Don't Stop Me Talking, Kid Gloves, Mean Disposition, The Lube, Tattoo Lady, and The King of Zodigo, Moonchild. Oh, wow. And then you've got Out on the Western Plains, Ride On Red, Ride On, Walking Blues, Empire State Express, on disc 1. Just fantastic, intimate playing. Shadow Play, Fantasia on the Who, Shin Kicker, yes. Middle Name, When My Baby Left Me, Ghost Blues, Messing with the Kid. Oh wow, he's done that so many times, hasn't he? But this one still hits all those buttons, really. Keep a Knocking, Bullfrog Blues, another one, All Round Man. Absolutely fantastic. I say soloing is fantastic, and the sadness is that you realise when you look back now through the lens of time, and all the musicians and all the bands and artists that we've been exposed to, and you realise just how unique Rory Gallagher was. And you also think that how musicians, the pressure they're under, remember the pressure that they're doing album after album, they've got marketing people, they've got managers, they've got record labels saying you must sell more, where's the hit single? And you know, Rory Gallagher comes out of the blues boom of the late 60s, through the hard rock stuff and the heavy metal stuff and punk, and there's a couple of there's a few live recordings. I think the third is it Stage Struck, that live album, when he probably turns his amp up a little bit more and it's a little bit more metallic, and maybe it was a pressure with obviously the way the heavy metal was in the 80s, but it's a smidgen. It's a smidgen because Rory never betrayed his roots and who he was, what he was about. He wore that check shirt and that battered Stratocaster, and that's who he was, and he wrote the music he wrote, and he played what he played, and nothing budged him from that. And I know he had his own demons and stuff, and he's sadly no longer with us. But Chris Harris and Simon Bigsmall, who are both fantastic members of the Now Spinning magazine Facebook group, and have been around for a while, they are massive Rory Gallagher fans, and thanks to them, my range of Rory Gallagher stuff in my collection has expanded. And both of them have this saying that you can never have enough Rory Gallagher in your collection. And they're right, you can't. And this is just superb. Could you start here, if anyone's watching this video and you're not quite sure who Rory Gallagher is, and it doesn't matter if you don't know, we all have to start somewhere. So I'll always do these videos aiming at people who've got everything, know all about Rory Gallagher, how important he is to the Irish music scene, and you know, all that kind of stuff. But there's also lots of people coming up who are trying to find out about this, and they've read an interview somewhere that someone was influenced by Rory Gallagher. Who's Rory Gallagher? You could start here easily and then head off in any direction through his catalogue, and you're going to have a wonderful, wonderful journey into the world of Rory Gallagher. You really, really are. Seriously. But this is out now. You can buy a 3 LP set. It's about 50 quid. And this is obviously the 2 CD version, which is about $12.99, that kind of price. And it's out now. It's absolutely superb. So thank you for watching. Thank you for being here. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for telling your friends and family and everyone you've ever met about Now Spinning magazine. Remember, music is the healer and the doctor. Stay safe, keep spinning those discs, and I shall see you very, very soon.